There are two basic games in life. Everything seems to boil down to that fact. There are two basic games. You can play on one side or you can play on the other side. The two games are straight and crooked. There are two basic games in life. Everything seems to boil down to that there are two, however you slice it up, it ends up being down to one of two options. There's two games. There's straightforward and there's crooked. Here's an example of this that you all know, whether you've thought about it or not. You all are aware of this, that there are two games. There's the straight game, the crooked game. There's the truth game and there's the con artist game. They're two different approaches, two different basic mindsets that are separate, different, in the same way that plants and animals are separate categories. You're conscious of it all the time. When you're on the internet, you recognize that there are certain people that are playing the straightforward game. For instance, if you email with people, when you write to people that you know and you know who they are and they know who you are and you're having genuine communication. And then there's all the spam. All right, so it's very simple as far as just what's real and what's fake, what's genuine, what's spam. And you also know that there are all sorts of companies and people providing the tools and equipment and technology for the purpose of having it work well. Those are the products you want to buy, things that are designed to work well, whether it's a camera, a computer, or whatever it may be. And then a website that's providing a service that's trying to work well, whether it's a bank that has a good online site that they want to keep your information secure and your money secure and allow you to do everything. And then there's the other side of the the other side of the sky, which is all the fakers, all the people who are trying to dismantle that and destroy that and create viruses and try to send you viruses, try to invade your computer and destroy your computer and steal your information. So those are the two basic, you're well aware of that. However you want to call it, yin and yang, heaven and hell, true and false. And everybody, more or less, everybody pretty much is going to play on one side or the other. At a certain point in your life, you make up your own mind, say, well, which game are you going to play throughout your life? Which side are you going to be on? The straight side or the crooked side? And what is it that gets people to decide one way or the other? That's what it's all about. La-di-da. Somehow I don't know that la-di-da is the best sign-off catchphrase ever imagined on YouTube. On the other hand, it may not be the worst. I do think I can do the Alfred Hitchcock profile fairly well these days. Good evening. Alfred Hitchcock is particularly fun in a sense. He's good at, he was good at telling a story through film. And on top of that, his making fun of the sponsors of the commercials was pretty funny. Pretty funny most of the time, very often. The only thing about the criticism I have about Alfred Hitchcock is at a certain point you find yourself thinking, my gosh, almost every story that he's done is about rotten people. Rotten people, nasty people, mean people, people whose lives are screwed up. It's all the rotten underside of society. And I suppose there's a point to that. On the other hand, there is a point to try to look for the silver lining. You've got Capra and Disney trying to present a cheerful, brighter world, and then you've got Alfred Hitchcock, and then even worse, people that are even worse since him, people I don't even want to mention their names, who are just all about sadistic, bloody, nasty evilness. What makes us choose? What makes us decide that we're interested? What makes a person, if you've got a choice of two different channels or two different films to watch, and one of them's going to present a positive image of people who are decent and people who are trying to live good lives, and then you've got choice of the other, you've got all the horror and slashing and killing and aggression and hate and bang bang and all this stuff. What makes a person make those basic choices? What leads us to those basic choices? Two basic games. Now that's really the end. La-dee-da.